Today we are cutting the fabric. So lay the fabric out flat with the right side facing up and fold the fabric to cut pieces on the fold. So you should have the selvages parallel to each other on one side and the fold on the other side. Now get all your pattern pieces. So you should have a coin pocket, a front pocket facing, a fly extension, the waistband that should be cut on the fold, the back yoke, the belt loops piece, the back pockets, the knee patches if you are using it for pants, and you should also have the two large pieces, which are the front of the pants and the back of the pants. So all of these pieces will be cut out of your main fabric, which should be denim or something else. So arrange the pattern pieces on the fabric, making sure that you align the grain lines on the pattern to the selvages or the folds on the pattern. It's very important that you cut the pattern pieces aligned with the fabric grain, or otherwise your garment may turn out twisted once it's washed after use. So make sure that the grain lines are perfectly aligned with the fold of the fabric or the selvages, and then place all your pieces. I like to hold the pieces down first with some rocks and then I like to pin everything in place. You can use your preferred method. So here I have the front and the back. Now everything is perfectly aligned. And then arrange the smaller pieces. Now everything is really well aligned. Now for the other pieces. So the fly extension needs to be cut on a fold. So place it on the fold of the fabric and then pin it in place. The waistband also needs to be cut on the fold. So just find a place and pin it in place. And now the remaining pieces. So just lay them around to see if every piece fits well. Move them until you get everything to fit well. And then make sure that the grain lines are correct. So every piece has a grain line. You just make sure that they are all parallel either to the selvages or to the fold. And then pin everything in place. When you have all the pattern pieces pinned in place, you can either trace around them with chalk, or you can just cut them around the pattern pieces. Now there are two pattern pieces that you need to cut out of lining. So these are the front pocket lining and the front pocket lining facing. So just fold the fabric exactly as you did before, and make sure that the fabric is folded according to the grain line, and then place the pattern pieces on the fabric with the grain line aligned. So just pin everything in place, make sure that everything is correct, pin it in place and cut. You should have two mirror images of each of these pieces. Also need to cut interfacing, so use iron-on interfacing. So fold it with the blue side in and the right side out, and place the fly extension on the fold and the waistband on the fold. And then if you are using knee patches, you should also cut those out of interfacing. So two mirror images. You should have now each of these pattern pieces cut from the main fabric and from interfacing. For the fly extension, you will also need to cut another copy out of interfacing for the fly area on the front pieces. So just take the pattern piece again, and this time you won't need to cut it on the fold. You just need to cut 2 mirror images. So now you should have all the pieces cut out. So you have a back and a front pattern piece. Make sure to transfer all the notches and markings to the fabric. So you will need to transfer the pocket placement markings and the knee patches markings and the notches and everything to your fabric. Then you should have the belt loops piece, 2 back pockets. There are also the back pocket templates for the top stitching that you only need in paper, so you don't have to cut them out from fabric. And then the front pockets facing, the coin pocket, the back yoke. So mark these notches also. And then the other pieces, so the fly extension in your main fabric and 2 times in interfacing. The waistband, also from main fabric and interfacing. And the knee patches if you are using them. So these are just optional, but if you are using them, cut them from main fabric and interfacing. And now the lining pieces, which are the front pocket lining and the front pocket lining facing. And one other piece that is not included in the original pattern, but it's just a rectangle. So just cut out a rectangle from your lining fabric that has the same length as the fly extension. This will be used as a cover when we sew it. It's not included in the original pattern, but it looks really nice. So everything is cut out. The next step is just to apply the fusible interfacing. So iron it on to the pieces that have, and after that you will be all set to start sewing. So this is the waistband with the interfacing applied to it, the knee patches also. This will make the knee patches really strong, the interfacing and the top stitching on this. And the front pieces on the legs, you should have applied the interfacing to the fly area. So apply it to the fly area just to make sure that that area is a bit stiffer. And that's it. We're all set to start sewing.